Think you know everything about supplements? Here's one that might completely change how you approach your workouts and daily performance. I'm talking about creatine, and if you're not using it, you're probably leaving serious gains on the table. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have endless energy during their workouts, while others burn out after just a few sets? Or why certain athletes can maintain peak performance when everyone else is fading? The answer might be simpler than you think, and it all comes down to how your body produces energy at the cellular level. Today we're diving deep into creatine, the most researched and effective supplement for athletic performance that exists. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what creatine does in your body, why it works so incredibly well, and how you can use it to unlock your full potential. But first, let's clear up some massive misconceptions. When most people hear creatine, they immediately think of massive bodybuilders or worry about dangerous side effects. Here's the truth that might surprise you. Creatine is already in your body right now. It's a completely natural substance that your muscles use every single day to function properly. Your body actually produces creatine naturally from amino acids in your liver and kidneys. About half of your creatine stores come from the food you eat, particularly red meat and seafood. The other half is manufactured internally. So when you take creatine as a supplement, you're not introducing some foreign chemical. You're simply increasing the levels of something that's already there and already working. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people, even athletes, are walking around with creatine stores that are only about 70% full. It's like having a gas tank that you never quite fill up all the way. You can still drive, but you're not operating at maximum capacity. Supplementing with creatine is like finally filling that tank to the brim. Now let's talk about what creatine actually does inside your muscles. This is where the science gets fascinating. When you're doing high-intensity exercise like lifting weights or sprinting, your muscles need immediate energy. This energy comes from a molecule called ATP, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. Think of ATP as your body's energy currency. The problem is that your muscles only store enough ATP for about 10 seconds of maximum effort. After that, you need to regenerate more ATP quickly, or your performance drops off a cliff. This is where creatine comes in. Your muscles store creatine in the form of phosphocreatine, and this acts like a rapid-fire ATP generator. When you supplement with creatine, you essentially expanding your body's ability to regenerate ATP during those crucial first few seconds of intense effort. Instead of running out of steam after 10 seconds, you might maintain peak performance for 13 or 15 seconds. That might not sound like much, but in the world of strength training, those extra few seconds can mean the difference between completing another rep or hitting failure. The beauty of this system is that it works for virtually every type of explosive activity. Whether you're doing heavy squats, sprinting up a hill, or throwing a punch, your muscles are using the same ATP creatine phosphate energy system. This is why creatine is so universally effective across different sports and training styles. But the benefits don't stop there. Creatine also triggers several other mechanisms that promote muscle growth. It helps your muscles retain more water, which creates a more anabolic or muscle-building environment. It can reduce muscle breakdown during training and speed up recovery between sets. Some research even suggests it might help reduce inflammation and cellular damage from intense exercise. One of the most impressive things about creatine research is how consistent the results are. Young athletes see benefits. Older adults see benefits. Even people who don't exercise regularly can experience improvements in muscle function. A major review of supplement research concluded that creatine is the single most effective supplement for adding muscle mass. That says a lot, considering how many products are on the market. The strength and power improvements are equally impressive. Studies consistently show that people who supplement with creatine can lift heavier weights, complete more repetitions, and maintain higher power output. We're not talking about marginal improvements here. Some research shows increases of 5 to 15% in strength and power output. Here's something that might blow your mind. Creatine doesn't just help your muscles. Your brain also stores and uses creatine for optimal function. Just like your muscles, your brain relies heavily on ATP for energy, especially during demanding mental tasks. Some fascinating research suggests that creatine supplementation might improve memory, intelligence, and overall cognitive function. This is particularly interesting for vegetarians, who tend to have lower creatine levels because they don't consume meat. Studies show that vegetarians often see more dramatic improvements in both physical and mental performance when they start supplementing with creatine. The research on brain health is still developing, but the potential is incredibly exciting. Now let's address the elephant in the room: safety. Despite what you might have heard, creatine is one of the most extensively studied and safest supplements available. We have decades of research involving thousands of participants, and the safety profile is outstanding. Studies lasting up to 4 years show no negative health effects in healthy individuals taking standard doses. The most common myths relate to dehydration, kidney damage, and muscle cramps. The research simply doesn't support these concerns. In fact, some studies suggest creatine might actually help prevent dehydration and cramping. The key is staying properly hydrated, which you should be doing anyway. The overwhelming body of evidence shows that creatine is safe for long-term use in healthy individuals. Before we continue, I want to be clear. I'm not a medical professional, and this video is not medical advice. If you have any health concerns, especially related to kidney or liver function, you should consult with your doctor before starting any supplement. So, how do you actually use it for maximum benefit? The most researched and effective form is creatine monohydrate. It's cheap, effective, and backed by hundreds of studies. Many people start with a loading phase, taking 20 grams a day for 5 to 7 days. Split into 4 5-gram doses, this rapidly saturates your muscle stores. After the loading phase, you drop to a maintenance dose of 3 to 5 grams per day. You can continue this indefinitely, as there's no need to cycle off. If you prefer not to do a loading phase, you can simply start with 3 to 5 grams per day, but it may take 3 to 4 weeks to fully saturate your muscles. Timing isn't that important. Creatine works by building up in your muscles over time. Taking it with a meal containing carbs or protein might slightly improve absorption, but the difference is minimal. Just remember to stay well hydrated, since creatine draws water into your muscles. And yes, creatine absolutely works for women. Newer studies show significant benefits for women across all life stages, helping improve body composition and even bone density when combined with resistance training. The value proposition of creatine is hard to beat. It's one of the least expensive supplements available, costing just pennies per day for effects that rival much more expensive options. If you're still on the fence, consider this. The potential benefits are significant, the risks are minimal, and the cost is low. The bottom line is that creatine is as close to a no-brainer supplement as you'll find. It's backed by solid science, has an excellent safety profile, and provides real, measurable benefits for most people who try it. Whether you're an elite athlete, a fitness enthusiast, or an older adult looking to maintain muscle function, creatine deserves serious consideration. If you found this deep dive into creatine helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.